everyone and welcome to the Captain's Video Weblog. It's Friday night. We are Friday, November the 20th, 2015, and yeah, it's pretty late actually. It's past 11 p.m. So I mean, by the standards of a Friday night, it's already pretty late. But by the standards of a video weblog that I film here in my apartment in Montpellier, it's also pretty late. I mean, usually I do film them between 8 and 9, sometimes earlier, like yesterday's, sometimes later, as it has happened, you know, filming at midnight for some reason. Here I'm filming this this late because, well, there was something that, I mean, I knew it was going to happen today, but when it came down to it, I totally forgot that it was today. It's Your Grammar Sucks number 100. Yeah, I do think that I talked about it yesterday in yesterday's video. That's maybe why I forgot about it today. Why I was so surprised when I saw, oh well, it popped up on my newsfeed on Facebook. Like, what? Huh? No, wait. At any rate, I mean, it was 1 hour long, and unlike what he said, like years ago, I do think, around the time of the 50th was released, it wasn't a feature film movie, and we're probably never going to see YGS the movie, because of the little something he said at the end of the hour. It was more of a collection of skits, those were pretty good. I mean, it was pretty fun seeing all these guest stars, really. You will see why it's pretty fun, actually. It's obviously not quite what you expected, but hey, it's not as if we expected anything from John, really. Anyway, yeah. So this weekend I tried to plan some stuff, and turns out that, well, I mean, understandably, I've had no answers. So yeah, I mean, if I have to go through a long, weary weekend before the Survivor series, well, I might at least do it properly, which is why tomorrow I will watch the end of Evangelion, which is probably, I mean, it's, if I don't have a human reaction to that movie, which is disgust and also despair, I don't know what will bring me back to humanity. I mean, even on A, where, I mean, the proportion of people who might be robots, you know, in the R9K sense, is pretty high, and I still see every now and then the usual "what the fuck did I just watch?" Usually it's a picture from Evangelion. Sometimes it's from the Friend Madoka movie, which is, I gotta say, pretty understandable. I mean, if you watch it thoroughly, you can understand Homura's motivation and why Homura did nothing wrong. Yeah. So I mean, I at the end of the day, it's all, I mean, everything's been pushed away by like half an hour or an hour, because I needed to go do some shopping, some grocery shopping, to be completely honest, and I mean, I've been tired pretty much all the afternoon, which was pretty strange. I mean, I'm still pretty tired, which is actually a fairly good thing. I mean, I haven't done my exercise yet, so I might not eat before way past midnight. But hey, Um, at least I know that I'll be able to sleep correctly. I mean, I will be sleepy enough to actually not spend a lot of time before falling asleep. Pretty much like yesterday. Though I gotta say, I'm not happy with what happened yesterday. Yesterday I slept for like 5 minutes tops. Around around that time really, and it took me 4 hours after that to be just in good conditions to fall back asleep again. Which is kind of bullshit, really. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't like it really. No, it's like it's the whole concept of a power nap. Why? You know, you fall asleep and you sleep for like 10 minutes and suddenly, bam, you can got it again. What? What? Yeah. So yeah, I went back to my apartment because it's something that I need to get used to because, still, because for the next couple of months we're in a state of emergency. The people, the security guards in shopping malls will be a little more suspicious about taking your school bag inside of the mall. So because it's really a hassle, going to the desk and tell them, take my backpack, I guess, and I will take it back after the classes, after I finish buying stuff, because obviously I don't need anything to pack my stuff in, huh? So I came back here to drop my computer case, because this time I had my computer case because of the class on the Friday afternoon. And then I was like, well, I'm a bit tired, so I'm gonna just lie on my bed, because it's it gets dark pretty early. So by 6 p.m. it's already pretty dark outside, and right, my shutters are closed. So and I wanted to be awake by 6:30. I took the bus. It was 7:15. So yeah, 45 minutes. That's how I kind of lost. Which means that if everything has gone accordingly to plan, right now, this video would be filmed around 10 and a half p.m., something like that. Yeah. I mean, stuff happens. It's really weird because today I'm gonna watch TV again, and for the people who don't know it, I don't usually watch TV unless there's something that I really like that's on TV. And tonight, there's a program that wasn't on TV that hadn't been on TV for quite a long time actually, because there was the Rugby World Cup, and then there was this reality TV show that I really hate. The concept has gone really stale. It's like the 9th or the 10th season. What are you doing? It's lost all its novelty, really. So yeah, what else can I say? Well, I suppressed a yawn. That's great. So I like and I generate heat. You don't like the heat? Well, I'm going to be totally honest, right now I like that. There's this game, because I used to play this hotel game, which is a flash game that's kind of all over the day. There's this game that's fairly close to it. I mean, it's by the same developers, so obviously, well, you know what this is all about. It's about a hotel where you have to host monsters. And except this one is much faster. I mean, for the first few hours it was much faster, because now I've got 5 stars, 5 bronze stars, and 3 silver stars, I think. So it amounts to 8 stars. And the clients, they tend to stay much longer, huh? And creating new rooms doesn't always cost the same. That's I've learned. I've built stuff, and now the rooms are 50,000 credits just to build one, and I'm like, yeah, no, fuck off. I'm 6,000 credits away from being able to build another room, which would be helpful, really, because they come by batches of 4, and obviously, well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rooms. You cannot have everyone at all the same time, especially because not everyone stays the same time in the hotel room. Also, inspectors, who are the one who give you the stars if you manage to get them to full appreciation. Concern about something that I said yesterday, that I wouldn't stay awake late enough to watch SmackDown. I actually would have been able to watch most of it. And I think that if I had watched some of it, I would have probably decided that I would have gone earlier to bed, because I don't think that, it's a go-home show before the Survivor Series, but obviously, with what's happened recently, like Paige's dirty promo on Ric Flair, who is Charlotte's brother. I don't know who pitched that and who accepted that. What? Why would you accept that? Hasn't the exploitation in 2005 teach you anything? Taught you anything? Taught, yeah. It was 10 years ago. We remembered Eddie Guerrero this month, and they still managed to fucking go ahead and no, still nothing, huh? You want some noise? Well, I don't have any for you. So yeah, plus Ric Flair has been dead for like 1 year or 2. Don't just mention that. It's cheap heat. It's like the shittiest way to create heat, and they went right for it. Jesus Christ. Yeah. What can I say? I've seen the results of the first game of the newest, the latest game day in our French league. It was Nice against Lyon, and well, Nice they scored 3 times. Well, 2 times for them, and one was an own goal. So that's 3-0 against Lyon, and I mean it might look terrible for Lyon, but they're not that far really from the amount of points they had at the same moment last season. Uh, Even though, yeah, the obviously the goal difference might not be the same. Um, all right, well that was close enough. I heard that Bastia wouldn't play the Marseillaise, which is understandable because Corsica has a long story of booing and whistling against the Marseillaise. So yeah, I mean, they are going to play what's commonly thought as the Corsican anthem, which is Dieu vi salvi regina, which means God saves you, Queen, pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, I'm Corsican. I can't speak Corsican. But it's a song they traditionally play to honor the memory of people who've been killed, and that's pretty much why you play the Marseillaise in the stadiums this week. I just hope that Marseille. Oh no, we're playing in Saint Etienne, so that I mean, might not be any whistling against the anthem. I mean, I'm not saying that in Marseille it would be whistled because I mean it's literally the song from Marseille, but there's kind of a rejection of the state, and I cannot say that it's totally unwarranted. It's societal problems that are deeply ingrained in our town. And I can truly understand why, well, you would think that, well, I mean, it might blow up at one point or another. Isn't there anyone who likes the heat? Yeah. So, yeah, obviously, I'm hoping that, well, Marseille wins its game against Saint Etienne. I'm not having too many hopes though. I mean, I'm a supporter, and I really hope that we are going to win. But I mean, the way we lost to Nice doesn't give me a lot of hope, and that's pretty much all there is to say on the matter. So tomorrow, you will see whether I am truly dead inside, or if I went through Evangelion like, well, obviously not a man, because a man would be crushed, as I've heard. I will begin softly with Death and Rebirth, because Death is essentially a recap of the anime, of the TV series, which is, I mean, today it's kind of the norm to have a movie that doesn't really wrap up the story, but is more, hey, you like the series? Well, we have condensed it in a 2-hour movie, and if you're lucky enough, well, there will be 2 movies, which means that you're going to rewatch it all over again, except in one go. That's what they did with Attack on Titan, even though it was 26 episodes, so they cut half of it. Even though the pacing in Attack on Titan was pretty shit. I mean, obviously, by the time they made the series, it couldn't have been done. They couldn't have had the stuff happen any faster. You know, that's kind of the thing. But I mean, they end with the end on the point they chose to end it. I mean, they could have ended it earlier. Would have been better than what they ended with. You know, because if I recall correctly, the chapter where they choose to end right after that in the manga, it all goes to shit. You know, there's a ray of hope, and suddenly, bam, goodbye, motherfuckers. Oh, you seem like you like the toilet paper. Thanks for the heat. It was pretty cheap heat. I mean, yeah. So yeah, but then there's Rebirth, which is the beginning of the end of Evangelion, as I understood. I mean, still has some stuff from the TV series, but I mean, it's then there's Air, and there's some kind of correlation between Rebirth and Air. So I think Air is like the whole movie, obviously, the whole end of Evangelion. Rebirth is like the first minutes or something like that. I know that there's a version of Death that is Death True Square, which is like the second version of Death that's been created. That's more like what Hideaki Anno wanted to do. Still, I mean, it's pretty much the TV series recompiled with some tell-ups, and there you have it. Maybe there will be more hints at when the whole things happen, because right now we are one day removed. If I must do something that's, you know, that's solid for my timeline, we're one day removed from the attack of Bardiel and the attack of Zeruel, and the 30 days Shinji spends in the Evangelion begin 2 days from now, and then there is pretty much only a week between the day where he comes out of the Evangelion, the attack of Armicile, the attack of Ariel, Armicile, and Tabris, and 1 week. And in that lapse of time, there's so many stuff that happens. There's like, well, I mean, that's probably why Shinji was so reluctant to accept the instrumentality, because I mean, if I had seen the girl I kinda love blowing herself up to protect me, and the other one that I nearly kissed in her sleep, and then I nearly died suffocating while she kissed me because she was fucking pissed that the man she lusts for is seeing another woman that I love, that I have to live with. She decided to just run away and fucking slice her arms open. Yeah, that's fucked up. All of that in 1 week. And then you have the instrumentality. You have to accept everything from everyone. Yeah. As if. And I mean, episodes 25 and 26 of Evangelion are the instrumentality from within. The end of Evangelion is what leads to instrumentality, and what's actually happening from a more real life perspective. And I mean, one is fucked up, the other one not that much, as I've heard. I mean, I've seen the GIFs. The film has been out since 1997 or 1998. There's no way that I can be free of any spoilers now. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Well, I hope I will be a shallow, I don't know, I will be empty. I hope, because I really hope that somewhere in this shell, there's still some stuff that kind of makes me human. goodbye. Oh fuck! It already has begun since a quarter of an hour. It's a really funny show. It bombed in America. That's really wrong. It was hosted by Steve Carell, but it's fucking hit show in Australia, as I've heard. So goodbye.